While I'm mulling this over, I've cleaned out some tool trays, and I've got to make this turn into that. Yeah, that was worth every penny I paid for it. It's bloody terrible. Well, it's living proof you get what you pay for. Right, so here we are once again. So what we got to do now? See, this is in a stupid place. So you're going to get in the way. To an extent, yeah. Right, so we jacked up, so the engine is supported. I could use the thing for it, but that gets in the way as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get these mountings off here and see where we are. Because I think that if we just get this off, and just, you know, obviously. Right, okay, so that was a bit of a bugger to get off. Putting it back on is going to be interesting as well. The bolts probably have to come on and off in a set order, and that leak there is interesting as well, but I'm not going to worry about that for now, because that comes possibly down from the rocker. Oh yeah, that's where it comes from. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about that. Not for now anyway. So that's where we are. So what we're going to do next, and we're not going to do that now, we're going to so we've got to lock the camshaft off, but we've got to put it in a certain place to do it, and I need to read the words first. So once we've locked that off, we've got to lock the camshaft off and lock the bottom off. Although how we lock the bottom off and then get the belt out, I don't know. That seems interesting. Okay, yes, it's not actually that complicated once you get to the stage. Well, it's not that complicated anyway, but we're doing it now, so there you go. I'm no expert, but that's not exactly the way I put it on. Looking at this, I've got that there, that Don't see how else to fit it. But that doesn't get locked anyway. That's the fuel pump. And it does need to be in the right place because that's technically how you control the ignition timing. We should be able to do is stick one of these in here and it should lock, although when it gets to the right place. Whether we've actually locked the cam or not, I don't know. We'll find out in a sec. Okay, so that there should be locked. So the camshafts should be locked. You can't lock that. And there we go. So now the tension's off that. I'm going to very carefully. There's a massive temptation to cut this bugger. Right. One tensioner. And careful. One belt. Right. Scare you off, yeah. And that looks like it's been somebody's had a go at it with a dull beaver. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Phew. I don't think they put enough Loctite on these. I think they should have stuck some more on to make sure. And there's your confirmation. Water pump gasket, but he didn't come with water pump bolts. Of all the hardware that I should have, why don't I have any of those? Oh, look at that. And a washer. You beauty. Right. That's stuck on there. Right, where's that? Let's get this in here. Not entirely sure why those bolts are Loctited on there. I can tell you one thing, I won't be Loctiting them back on.
Do you know just what you wanna do?
just goes all the way down there. See, I'm looking at the marks that were left on here previously. So we should be good to do a couple of rotations now. Because if we've got this wrong, I'm going to be mortified. I think it should take two 720 at the top. I bought some new spanners. Yeah, I like these, they're really good. Anyway, timing belt. So I could not get that belt to line up, and let me tell you how much time I spent. I stopped short of putting the old belt back on, but the belt that came with the kit, I counted the teeth. I got somebody else to count the teeth. I then got somebody else to count the teeth because I was convinced the belt was too short or too... And there is a bit of a discrepancy in the length of the belt. I put that down to tensioning and all of these things and everything else. But they're both 194 teeth. I then thought, I'm out of ideas here. So I went and bought another belt. Unfortunately, the only one I could get was a Gates. Hopefully it won't be anywhere near as noisy as the last one we fitted. Anyhow, this one, and let me explain to you what I did, is I locked everything off top and bottom. It was tensioned. It was then checked top and bottom. I took it off, and that has had now 4 revolutions in total. And I put new marks on from the belt, and everything was lined up on the belt, the 3 marks on the belt. So this is in line with that, and I've, as you can see, I've just got that resting on there now because I know that that is in the right place. And you can just see the red mark, all fine, right? And that's locked off up here as well, so I know that that has gone back to where it should have gone. And this is all checked out. All right, just in case anyone's wondering, that is there you go. Anyway, so this is all good. It's locked off first, and that's so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it, well, not run it, but I'm going to give it a good couple more revolutions, just to, you know, just to make sure that we're going back. And this is a different belt, and it's going back. It appears to be working better than the other new belt did. I don't know. I can't explain it. Whether it was just the way that I've tensioned, I don't know, and I've checked the tension. Tension's exactly how it should be. So, your guess is as good as mine. All I know is at the moment, this is doing what it should do, or should be doing. Now, I'm going to run 4 or 5 more, well, it'd have to be, I'll tell you what, another 6 revolutions. And if we're lining back up then, and I will check it, not with the marks, although the marks are obviously a good indication, but we will tool it down so we know that we're fixed and it's right. And if that checks up after this, it's going back together, it's getting fluids in it, and I'm turning the key. because I'm done with this. Obviously with the petrol 16 valve, you drop your knitting needles or you drop your poles in down the spark plug hole, and you can tell when you're in the right place. You can't with this. You're just relying on the fact that you've got that and that in the right, you know, you're locking it off. And you don't lock the bottom off either, because you can't, because anyhow, let's have a crack. Use my new spanners. Oh. Definitely done up. Oh yeah. These spanners are beautiful, they're lovely and long. That's bloody good enough for me. Why was that belt different? Perhaps he wasn't, I don't know. So what we got is we should be back together with enough integrity to attempt a start. See if it blows up, you know. See if we got this timing belt right or wrong. With the exception of plugging the MAF in. MAF? It is a MAF, yeah. Then we are pretty much good to go, because I know that it'll run without that, but it'll moan like hell. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the fluids in it, and we're going to leave the fluids overnight and come back tomorrow and see if there's anything on the floor before we actually attempt a run, because we've made some progress. I've also found out that the filler for the gearbox is somewhere underneath all that. I don't think it's accessible from up here. I'm thinking I can't even get a funnel down there. Oh wow. Oh. Oh, Triceratops, my favourite. Look at the colour on there. It's like bloody cooking oil. I'm feeling spunky. Oh, didn't want to do that. Oh, good sign. I can hear the fuel pump. Right, okay. That was interesting. That took a while for that to prime. Of course, we changed fuel pump, fuel filter, didn't we? Where I like there. Here we go. Well, looks like the timing's okay. Right, just check all that again. So it turns out that the fill filter, well, I don't know what, I took it back out and put it back in, and now it's all working properly and everything is just running fine. So what I'm going to do in the meantime, because I've left a bit of space in the box, sorry, in the thing, is I'm going to fully rebuild this. You know, and we've used this stuff before. It's a full rebuild kit, you know, and it seemed to work all right on the on all the other vehicles. I've never had an issue with it. I quite like it, to be honest with you. Oh, compliment the Triceratops that's in there with a bit of Stegosaurus, you know. What I'm going to do, I'm only going to put half of it in, and we'll save half of it for the next oil change, I think. Oh, there we go. So we just chuck that in there like that. Right, so I reckon that's and we know we got problems with this EGR valve. I think EGR valve has had it, because my experience with EGR valves is it doesn't matter how good you are at cleaning them. Once they're gone, they're gone. So, oh, beauty.